Hey guys, it's Kali here. Welcome, Lumerinos. I am so excited to show you a fun and easy wreath recipe that I think you can knock out of the park. And we're going to start off this with an 18-inch wreath base. And have you ever seen an amazing garland and thought that would make a great wreath, but they don't have the supplies available in a wreath? A lot of times the neat thing available in a garland, the neat thing about it is that it's already a great collection. Look at this, has ginkgo leaves. It's got a beautiful little straw corn husk in there. Then we have the cute leaves. It's just a beautiful combination. It's got creams and light yellows. We're going to take this and make a wreath out of it, and we're just going to add a couple of little other elements just to make some of the other colors pop. This is a light yellow daisy bush. We're going to pop that in there. And then we're also going to add in, of course, a big giant pumpkin, because why not? So I think you're going to have a lot of fun. Come on in. We're going to get started. Make sure you like, follow, and share. We would love for you to see more of what we do. You can always get in touch with us at textkali.com. Get on our text list, and I will love to update you about what's going on. So I am going to start with my garland first, and what we're going to have to do is break it up in sections. Some garlands are able to unwire, and some you cut. So the first thing you need to do is identify the sections that are on here, and you can see this is a nice garland. This is all hand wired here together. So what I'm going to do is break this down into those sections so I'm good to go, okay? And you're going to watch me do that right now real quick. I'm going to take off the extra wire. We don't need that. And then as you start breaking these down, I leave these long, but we'll trim them down later when we put them in our piece. And we can start to separate it out. Like that's just a leaf. I'll put that there. And this one has the cute little ginkgo. I love this. So this is a leaf and a berry. And you just start to break it down. All the work's kind of been done for you, especially if you're a new wreath maker and you're unsure about coordinating. If you work with the garland, a lot of the thought process has been done for you. So here's a beautiful gourd with more of the fall, these kind of bleached looking leaf. So I've got my separations going here, my piles going. I'm going to keep trimming. So I'm still just trimming them off one section by one section, and we're separating them out. Okay, and I'm still working down that garland. Now I want to use these two more yellow pumpkins in here. That's a leaf and a berry, so I'll bring that over there. Just keep working my way through it. So you guys, we're going to have a supply list for this tutorial today. If you would like the link for that, let me know in the comments. We'll get you the link of all the supplies. When you're opening each of these up, we call that shaking hands. You want to shake hands with your greenery and get it spread apart. So there's another pumpkin. So I've got two so far. But isn't this easy? Like the thought, the color combination, you walking all over the store to find the things that match. When you get a garland, a lot of it's already there for you. Now you might be intimidated by the price of garlands. Sometimes they're expensive. Don't you love this fern and the layer color? Ooh, that's so pretty. Sometimes they're expensive, but realize we're going to get more than one project out of this. And it's not going to be any more expensive than if we take and just go to the supply, buy these picks all individually. And you aren't going to get these big, massive leaves on there that are so pretty. So I'm still separating that in my sections. I keep going. Here's another one with the white leaves. So pretty. That's my leaves. So just like we would for a wreath recipe, we're going to start to separate these all out. And we'll be greening our base. And then we'll be bringing in our larger elements. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm almost there, guys. There's another. Oh, look at that one. Got a beautiful pumpkin. So far I've got 4 pumpkins. I'm getting down here to the big pumpkin. It's coming. Of course, you can always just use this as a garland. You don't have to do this project, but I think it's fun to try different things, different techniques. And you need to go and check them out just to get inspiration. Because a lot of times garlands are a little more cost effective. Look how fun and funky this pumpkin is. I love that one. That one's definitely a little bigger, but you can see these are the 2 yellows that I want to make sure get in our wreath, because they're going to go with our yellow sunflower that we're going to mix in and our other large white pumpkin. So I wanted to get to those. So let's see how many more cuts do we have left. Ah, not much. Not much. Yay! We're almost there. Trim it. Oh, look at this one. Here is, I'm just loving that. That's so pretty. And one more cream one that's just all cream with the corn husk. Beautiful. So you've got your garland broken down now. Look at that. Into sections. I've got my gourds, my leaves. Same recipe like a wreath. I've got my greenery, my filler flower, and my main flower. Same thing, okay? So we're going to use an 18-inch wreath base. So let me grab that out right now. We'll put it back on the table. And we'll put him right in the center. You guys, I love to freestyle with you like this. It's just so fun. Now, we know we're bringing in our really big chunky pumpkin because I think that's awesome. And I'm just going to kind of set him at the bottom. He's going to be going in right there, okay? And then I'm going to add a couple of the larger pumpkins. I definitely want to use this fun squatty one. So let's kind of have him going over here. And I'm not gluing yet. I'm just getting my colors set up in here and my spacing done. Then my smaller yellow there. How about putting a cluster of a couple of these down at the bottom? There's a creamy one. And here's a gourd. I think that would look great in there. And then we've got a little of the leaves coming around. Let me pop this one up here. Now, if you were trying to do this without the garland, this would take a lot more time to design. But boom, you see how quick that went? That was fast. So let's start getting that all put in properly. I'm going to start by gluing these in. Let me bring my glue pot over and let's get those put into place. All right. I do need a little bit of Spanish moss to cover up any of my glue, so I'll keep that handy here on my work table also. All right. Got a big bucket of it. Let's get started. Okay. So I'm going to get a little glue on this one. And just press that in. If your pumpkin's going to cover where the glue is, you're good. You don't need to do anything else. Now, I want to put my big pumpkin in down here. And I want him kind of to come towards the front a little. I like to use shish kebab skewers to secure my pumpkins. So I'm going to take this and just give it a little dunk in the glue. And we'll just come in from underneath the vine and push it into that pumpkin. It's a little hard for me to do completely away from my body, but I think we got one in. It's like a teacher writing backwards on the board. This is a learned skill. I'm working on it. I need a few more years of making wreaths backwards to get better and better. Okay, put that in. Okay, and you just want to shake it around. Once you feel like it's stable, you're good. Now we're going to take and trim those dowels off. And you can save these little pieces and try to use them again for other things if you have some smaller pieces that are going in. Now, grab these. We're going to shake hands with those other two pumpkins we were laying in there before. I'm going to get that in the glue. And we'll just press this in. And remember, we're always going into the vine, guys. We're not going through that vine. Straight in. And in design school, I teach you the principles of design as far as placement and why we're putting things, not just how, but why, so you can do it on your own and you feel confident making your own. All right, there's a little bit of glue showing there, so I'm going to take a little small ball of Spanish moss and just hide that right there. Okay, very nice. Now I want to come up here towards the top and get this section squared away. So I've got my pumpkins nice and evenly distributed. And you can see, one of the principles we talk about is triangles in design school. So you can see we've made a triangle shape with these. I'm going to bring this one further down. Beautiful. Guys, this is so pretty. Literally, we're making this so fast because a lot of the work has been done for us when these collections were put together in the garland. All right, now it's time to go ahead and green out our base. Sometimes we do that first, but in this case, because we're working with large elements, we want to get them in first. So for the greening, we're going to use some of the leaves that came in the garland, okay? So I used all the pumpkins. You could use less. and do more than one project, but I am going to make this one a little over the top. So here's my leaves. I'm going to start adding these in the empty spaces here. So we'll put one right in here. Just tuck that in. How beautiful is that? I love that. Great. Move MrsCleese.com over a little bit. Y'all know I'm always hitting that sign. Now this is a white leaf, so it's a little bit different color. So I have to pay attention where I'm putting these. This goes really great with these white pumpkins. So I'm thinking about how do I want to space those out when I place those in. So let's put one up here. And then let's have another on this side with the white. You want to just evenly distribute them and layer them with the browns. I think that looks gorgeous. And I'm gluing and I'm just placing that where it's going in the vine. And I'm making sure it's touching 2 to 3 vines. So it's got a lot of connection points. Isn't this gorgeous? I'm loving it. So, so pretty. Move Mr. Glue Pot over just a little bit. I like that. Cute. Now let's go on this side. We need some more leaves right through the center here. And press that in and bring that down. Kind of overlapping the gourds a little. Then we definitely need some up here to kind of bring our shape up to the top. And if there's anywhere you can see glue, you need to touch it with some moss. We've got Spanish moss also available at Cleese.com. And here's one more white piece, and let's layer that behind here so we kind of have that creamy white coming through. Okay. I need a little bit of moss in here. Beautiful. Now, all of this is wired, so when you have things that are wired, take advantage of that to add the depth and dimension. That's what makes your pieces stand apart, and you can demand more money for the pieces you sell. Look at this. My gosh, I love it. I love it. Now, grab those sunflowers. This is what we're going to pull this yellow through the whole piece. So this bush comes like this, and you don't need to overthink that. It's hand wrap, which means it's wrapped with paper. So these are super easy to tear. Just tear them right down, and they'll break apart real easy for you. Okay? Then the next step I want to do is clean up all the rough edges. You want to clean them up neatly with some wire cutters. Just trim them up. I might be doing that a little out of camera, but I am just trimming them. Because when you dip in your glue pot and you get ready to put them, you don't want to be fighting a bunch of paper in your way. Okay, here we go. Let's bring these in. Now, I'm just going to start by placing them first. I'm going to put a few down here and then we'll come back and glue. How about one here? Isn't that beautiful? One here. Oh my gosh, y'all, this looks so pretty. One here. Isn't that pulling that yellow? Oh, yummy. One up here. Let me get that paper out of there. And one down here. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I love this. It's so pretty. All right, let's go ahead and glue all them in. It's so fun when it comes together right before your eyes. Same rules apply. If you see glue, cover, please. If you're a KDS member, you better be covering your glue. I do not want to see globs of glue. I'm going to call you out on it. No, ma'am. No, sir. Yes, we got gentlemen in design school. They're rocking it, too. Can I see any glue down there? I can't tell from here, but I'll put this one in, then I'll double check. Isn't this great, guys? We are rocking this one out. I'm loving it. And the sunflowers work great because they give dimension. So y'all know, if you've been a follower for any time, you know I love twigs. So that's how these are kind of functioning in here right now. Like the pop of a twig, the dimension. All right, let's put this one in. We're almost to the top. Beautiful. And now this one at the very tippy top. This is so gorgeous, guys. Boom a shakalaka. Somebody call the pumpkin doctor. Okay, last touch is our filler flower. We're going to pop this in. And remember, we started this all with a garland, guys. We just dissected a garland. I'm trimming these down real quick. I am just hauling hiney, and I'm trimming these down short. So they just have a couple inches stem. We don't need all that extra stem. These have this beautiful ginkgo leaf in here that is, it's creamy white. Oh, it's so nice. Okay. All trimmed down. Let's do the same thing we did a minute ago. Let's place and then let's come back and glue just so we know. So I'm going to put this one here. These have a little touch of green and you're going to have to watch for that green and make sure you don't clump it all in one area. This is fine because it's going to coordinate and be neutral, but this green we've got to equally distribute. Let's put that one right in the middle. Oh my gosh, coming out of the middle, holy smokes. That looks good. That is yummy. Let's take this one. Okay, and so I'm watching that green leaf. Now I'm going to put one more right here. Beautiful. Now I have a few of the cream leaves, and those will look pretty overlapping on the grapevine. Isn't that beautiful? Let's put one up here. I didn't get to come all the way up here. And then maybe one more coming out of the center just to make that a little more grand in there. Oh, whoa. Are you going to look at garlands a little bit different when you go in this shopping? I think you are. You're going to take a double take. Whether you're shopping at a big box store, you're shopping on our website, cleese.com, don't sell yourself short on the garlands. You might say, oh my gosh, well, it's $60. But look at this. You'd be hard pressed to make this wreath for that price. And I know this wreath isn't, this garland isn't $60 on my website, but I know they can be expensive is what I'm getting at. But you want to utilize them because it just saved us a boatload of time. We've been to this wreath for 17 minutes right now. That's fast. That's fast. And I'm sitting here talking and teaching. If you had this all cut and prepped, it would go a lot faster. Look at this. I'm just going to put this one in. Y'all, check out the finished photo on this when we're done. Don't forget, this one will be up on the blog too. You can always go watch the replay in our library. Where's the last one? Is it here? Here it is. So you can learn to do it. If you need to come back and watch, it's right here. You can share this also. That will help it show up on your wall. But look. Y'all, 18 minutes flat. This beauty is done. Let's get a good close look at her. Look at this. Look at this. That's the way I think I'm going to hang it, like that. What do you think? What do you think? Can you make one like this? Let me know. And make sure you guys share with us every week what you're creating. Whether you're in design school or not, we are here to support you all in your journey. And, you know, a lot of people find peace and joy from creating. Maybe they're not necessarily a seller and want to sell their stuff, but they enjoy making and giving their pieces away. But this was fun. So you'll never look at a garland the same way, will you? I know you won't. You guys go have fun with flowers. We'll see you next time. Make sure you like and subscribe, follow, share as much as possible. And we want to spread this joy all over the world about how fun it is to design with artificial flowers, real flowers, any flowers. And you can learn these techniques and tips, and you can get better and better. And when you're ready, we'd love to have you in our class. That's over at cleesdesignschool.com, where we teach you how to make things like this step by step. And we just have a blast. Okay, guys, see you next time, Bloomerinos. Have fun with flowers.